Spicebomb Extreme by Victor and Rolf. One of the most iconic men's winter designer fragrances to come about in the past 10 years. This bottle is instantly recognizable, almost as much as the scent inside the bottle. This one is magical, perfect for the cooler weather. It's bold, but it's approachable. It's powerful, but it's just as refined. So guys, don't be fooled by the name Spicebomb Extreme. This isn't gonna turn anybody away, but it might just turn some heads if you wear this out. So Spicebomb Extreme, what is there to say about this that hasn't already been said? Not a whole lot, but I'm going to put things into my own terms. I'm going to use my own words here and just give you my own opinion on this. I will let you know right off the bat that I am a big fan of this one. This is one of my favorite cold weather fragrances for men. And that goes for both from the designer world and the niche and independent world as well. I just think this is really good quality. The smell is absolutely magical. And it's honestly one of my most complimented fragrances ever out of my collection of 60 plus fragrances. This is, you know, really, really high on the list of compliment getters. And I'm sure it's going to be the same for any of you guys out there who decide to purchase this and wear it in the colder weather. It just has that really likable DNA to it. You know, if you're new to this game, and you're looking for just a really solid all-around winter fragrance, you know, I think this is going to be pretty high on my list of recommendations for you here. So why do I say that? Well, because it's, you know, it's a little bit simple in a way that the notes aren't really complex. You know, this isn't going to keep anybody guessing, like, what are those notes? Because it's pretty straightforward. But at the same time, the quality of the notes is, for the designer world, really, really high. Like, this is a very high quality fragrance, and the smell of it is amazing in itself. Now, the projection is also fantastic, and it just has that likable DNA to it. Like, there's nobody that's going to be offended by this, you know, especially if you wear it in the colder weather. It just has pretty much everything that you would be looking for in a cold weather fragrance for men. It's just really good. It's a little bit spicy, but not too much. Just enough to make it interesting, but it falls on a really sweet backbone. And I want to just say the vanilla in this fragrance is, in my opinion, probably the most well done vanilla that I've ever smelled in a men's cold weather fragrance from the designer kingdom, let's say. So let's get right into the note breakdown up here. The official note breakdown in the top we get is vanilla mixed with some black pepper. In the mid, we have a little bit of lavender and a little bit of caraway seed. And in the dry down, we get tobacco and more vanilla. So I gotta say, a lot of times my nose detects somewhat different notes, different accords than what the official notes are. However, in this case, I think generally, for the most part, it's accurate. Only, I would add, this is what I detect in the top. I definitely get the vanilla, I definitely get the black pepper, but I also get a touch of cinnamon up top. In the mid, we get the caraway mixed with lavender, and in my opinion, the caraway seed gives a little tiny licorice tinge. Not by much, you kind of have to really search for it to detect it, but I do think it's there. And in the dry down, that lovely, sweet, rich tobacco mixed with the awesome, awesome vanilla. The vanilla in this is, obviously it's sweet, but it's not done in a very cloying, you know, a cloyingly sweet way. Although I definitely don't recommend this for warm weather. The vanilla in this is, it's juicy, but it's dry at the same time. I don't know how best to describe it. It's just, it's a really interesting, very well done vanilla note. And the fact that it's mixed with that beautiful, rich tobacco in the base does make this a very classy winter scent. Now, this is, you know, as far as designers go, this is very near top level quality in my opinion. You know, in my opinion, this could rival a lot of the Tom Ford offerings. this could rival some other ones up there, you know, that are just in the highest tier of designer perfumery. Now, that's just my opinion. I don't label myself as an expert in perfumery by any means. I just go by, you know, anecdotes, essentially. You know, how other people perceive this on my skin, how I've perceived this throughout the years of owning this, and also just, you know, my opinion in general. I just think this is a really high quality designer scent, and trust me, everybody's gonna like this in the air. When you spray this on yourself and you go out in public in the cold weather, people are gonna notice you, people are gonna compliment you. This is just a really good, it's a really good, almost essential fragrance to have for the cold weather. Like I said, it's yeah, it's a designer offering, but it takes the quality up a notch. It's not overly complex, but it's just complex enough to keep things interesting and not boring. And it's loud and it's powerful, but it's also refined and smooth at the same time. And like I said, that vanilla, when you smell this vanilla, you'll you'll understand exactly what I mean regarding the high quality of this vanilla. Can't get enough of it. And vanilla is not even one of my favorite notes normally, but when I smell it in this, it's just fantastic. It almost makes my heart melt. Anyway, so the name does say extreme, but like I said, if I want to compare this to the original Spicebomb, for example, I actually would say that as far as spiciness goes, the original Spicebomb is spicier than this. What this is a louder version and a sweeter version and a more refined version of the original with much better performance. So if you're looking for just pure, you know, high levels of spice, if you want to just get noticed, you know, the EDT would also be a good option for that. Maybe that leans more towards spring or fall weather. But this one being, you know, more refined and sweeter and slightly more mature than the original, I would say this is recommended only for cold weather. So I'm going to actually delve deeper into the performance next. So while I maybe wouldn't use the word extreme to describe the spiciness of this, I think it's a more appropriate word to use in order to describe the performance. Now, not by any means is this the most beast mode performer in my collection, but it is up there. It's a very good performer. Just borderline beast mode, I would say. Like I said, it's loud enough to definitely get you noticed, definitely get you complimented, but it's also subdued enough to be refined and classy. So this one here, as far as the longevity goes, the longevity on this is amazing. I get 8+ hours on my skin. This is one of those fragrances where if you put this on before you go out at night, you come home, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and you're still gonna smell this on your skin. That happens to me. It's happened to me literally every single time I've applied this. It's very good for longevity. As far as the projection goes, it really projects beyond an arm's length for the first half hour or so. Then after the first half hour, it does start getting closer to your skin. But for the first 2 hours, easily, it does project for an arm's length. So like I said, first half hour beyond an arm's length, then for the remaining hour and a half, definitely arm's length. After which it becomes a little bit closer to the skin, as is customary with most fragrances that most of us are used to. Anyway, this definitely does not leave anything to be desired. As far as performance goes, the sillage also is excellent. This hangs around in the air for like half an hour after I spray it at least, although your mileage may vary. Everybody has different skin types, but I have to say, I know a lot of people who own this, and I've never had anybody complain about performance. And I have to say, every person that I've recommended this to who has gone out and bought this, they have had nothing but good things to say. You know, it's a compliment magnet. Performance is amazing, smells high class, really high quality, which is also reflected in the price. This is not a cheap fragrance, doesn't smell cheap, and it's gonna run you a little bit of money. So 100 milliliter bottle right now on FragranceNet, for example, retails for about 176 US dollars. However, as I keep telling you, if you sign up for FragranceNet email subscriptions, that price gets knocked down immensely to about $115 American, roughly. So right now, Fragrance Net has this in stock. Oh, by the way, the 50 milliliter is even less. So if you want to pick this up right now, Fragrance Net is a good option. I know Fragrance Buy does carry it. It's just right now they happen to be sold out. But you want to be checking discounters on the internet for this, especially now before the holidays begin. Anyway, this is really good. I have nothing but good things to say about this. And it's the same for anybody else I know who has tried this. Viktor and Rolf Spicebomb Extreme. Absolutely a winter essential. I know that if you're an intermediate level collector or above, I think chances are very likely that you already have this in your collection. But if you're just starting out, you know, on your fragrance journey, and you know that you're looking for a good quality, just jack of all trades winter scent that's just really high quality and a cut above the rest, I really recommend putting a little bit of money aside and buying a bottle of this, because 1 or 2 sprays will last you for just about any occasion you wear it for. And so the bottle will go a long way. And this is just really good juice. In fact, there are maybe a handful of fragrances I would recommend as being essential for any level of collector out there. And as far as winter designers go for men, this is definitely one of them. I think this is essential for any collection. Yeah, so like I said, versatile, yes. While it is loud, it's also classy. So you can get noticed, but also you're going to come off as a little bit more put together as opposed to a typical sweet bubblegummy clubbing scent, for example. So versatility goes, this is definitely versatile. Maybe you could wear this in the office if you're in an air-conditioned environment, 1 spray, like an hour before you go to work. That might be good. But anything heavier than that, you know, it might be a little bit too much for the work setting. You could also wear this in a club, although that wouldn't be my first pick. It definitely would work in a club. You could definitely wear this to a formal event as well. Maybe an outdoor event, campfire, for example, really good. Or even, you know, a dressed up fancy business reunion or something of that nature. A wedding, maybe. This would be really good for any of those situations, even just a night out. And I have to say, women tend to be very drawn to this scent. Women love this. I have received many compliments, and it's one of my girlfriend's favorites. And just trust me on this, women love this. So wearing it on a date also would be appropriate. Keep in mind of, you know, close proximity. This is a loud one. So, you know, if you're going to be pushed up together for extended periods of time, just, you know, keep in mind the amount of sprays that you put on. Obviously, if you're going to be in close quarters, fewer sprays are going to get you a lot further. And if you're in a big open area, especially outside, yeah, you can get away with putting more sprays on. But again, like I said, this is a strictly cold weather scent. You want to avoid hot weather altogether with this. So yeah, in summary, that is what I have to say about Viktor and Rolf's Spicebomb Extreme. I really hope you guys have enjoyed my review. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you liked the video, please leave a like. So I'll see you guys again next time with the next review. As always, keep it real. Take care.